We're live and we're up to episode.
Yeah.
It's been a
10?
couple weeks.
Is it 10?
I
Or is it
can
9?
tell you in 1 second.
It's pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on episode 10.
Double digits.
figures. Yeah. Yeah.
Slight delay because of
We had to
things
get
out of our control.
we had to get new writers in. You know, 'cause the last lot
Yeah.
that were so last season.
Yeah, and also the people talking were pretty terrible.
Yeah, that's right. Complete new cast.
We had to change everyone. I'm now going to be playing the role of Simon.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I'll be a French guy who's taking his place of Kris, much more cultured and fantastic.
I find everything boring.
That's right. Yeah, we'll get like 10 minutes into it. I'm going for a cigarette break. Goodbye. Just,
No, keep the camera rolling.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling. I'm going.
yeah. All of this is crap anyway. Oh dear.
But yeah.
No, I was playing around with the YouTube live.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was live streaming how to set up a live stream on YouTube live stream. So
Oh,
it's
cool.
very
Yeah.
meta. But yeah, like having to run it through OBS, so there was some pretty good setups that you can do. So I've got a couple that I want to try out. But it's actually pretty easy. It's actually pretty easy. So once we feel comfortable
Yeah,
with
yeah,
running a
man.
live stream, save me all this recording, editing, Shazam, just jump straight
Well,
in.
that's what I was saying before. Like when I do mine, I literally just hit stream, and then I hit stream on OBS, and then a little green light appears, and I'm streaming. So it's
Yep.
pretty much that simple.
Yeah.
Because it remembers all the settings. Like you only have to do the
Yeah.
settings once, and then after that, it's just like just put up the stream and you're done.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, I've only done one in the last month because I've been working heaps, but
All right.
I've been sort of cramming my D&D setups, so it's been hard. But
Yeah.
this week I had some time off, so I actually got to do a live stream.
Okay. What? So how many is that you've done now?
8.
8.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. And that
Yeah,
channel name
it was
again?
once. Sorry.
Channel name again? Do you wanna for all the viewers?
Oh, it's trade secret.
Yeah.
It's the only YouTube channel that doesn't want popularity.
That's right. It's just there for posterity's sake. You can.
Yeah, well, once we finish the story,
Yeah.
you guys can go back and see how the sausage was made.
We're pretty close to finishing that story, though, aren't we? Like, we're in hell, in giant titans destroying stuff. It's pretty,
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
thought I was going to save that for the end, but yeah, no,
Oh,
we
we
might
can
as well do a
come
bit of
back.
it now.
It was exciting.
No, we can
it
do
was
it
an
now.
exciting game. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I'm glad.
We were all in there just like, I can't go back to my normal character. I'm currently a titan.
Yeah.
Just destroying
So much fun, eh? I was
hell.
I was like holding on to that secret for so long. I'm like, this is going to be so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually, yeah, it's pretty cool. Because,
Just feeling the power of like,
yeah, double attacks doing like 40 damage a hit, and like, I mean, our attacks are the same level as our damage. We're just destroying everything in front of us.
Yeah, I was gonna just give you guys all the powers of the Titans, because I was the spoilers. I just homebrewed a bunch of Titans, but no,
That's D&D, man. That's like the entire DM role.
But it's not the Statues of Waterdeep like normal.
Yeah,
And
I was looking at their stats.
And then I was like, I was gonna give you guys all the powers just straight up, and then I was like, nah, it's better if I gatekeep it. But I don't know now. I kind of wish just everyone had their powers and you could just go full hog.
You can
So,
always make it as like a 50% health mechanism. The statue kind of kicks it all in. Um,
yeah, I might just yeah, we'll see what happens because I mean Bennett got really lucky
yeah,
and
he
he
got
like
every roll. Well,
the rest of
he got lucky because he has luck, like the actual luck feat.
no, that is true, and
So
that's unfortunate that I let him have that in the beginning.
yeah,
I kind of can't take it off him now. I didn't know what it was when I first started. I was just like, oh yeah, whatever,
yeah,
just
it's
take whatever. I'm
whatever.
sure it's all balanced.
Yeah, but I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice having someone that's really powerful, so that the rest of us don't feel quite as vulnerable. Because my guy's
Yeah,
already
but you,
copped a few hundred damage. He was
yeah,
on 400 something. Now he's 200 something.
yeah,
Um,
you were the tank, so
yeah, but still kept those tactics. So it's just run in and smash. But yeah,
yeah, and that was the idea was because I also custom them so it's like for your rolls,
yeah,
like I like if you passed your strength test, you got better damage and
yeah,
stuff than anyone would have, and you got more hit points and you know stuff like that, and like um, the Guinness got better armor class than anyone else got because of the dexterity, and you know, so it was
yeah,
kind of like I was trying to balance it to the character.
yeah, right, yeah, right.
But the yeah, I don't know.
It,
This next bit is going to be very interesting. That's all I can say.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm like looking at the setup that you've got there, where we're just in like a tunnel, just just surrounded by the hordes of hell, and it's like we haven't looked behind us yet to check if there's an exit. We just kind of stepped in, saw the hordes, and went run, and then yeah, charged in. But no one's kind of like looking over
Yeah.
the shoulder, going, "Is there a door? Can I
Yeah.
escape?" Just in case a
Well,
statue falls apart.
yeah. Well, the interesting thing is that like that was the whole point of having the mega powerful statues is so you could have a mega powerful encounter
Yeah.
at low level.
Yeah, without being level 23
Yeah, because
campaign
I mean,
people.
normally you don't like even then it's like it's very hard to experience this without some sort of vehicle. So, and the idea I had was like, you know, it's like a 360-degree dungeon,
Yeah.
like run, basically like a what is it called? A Logan's Run. Where
Alright.
you like,
I'm trying to remember the
you know, you got to
movie.
make it through, boom, 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 make it through the obstacles and
Yeah.
just like power through it. But I was trying to ask Bennett how to do maps like that. I was like,
Oh.
without telling him what it was, I was like, I'm looking for a three-dimensional map, and yeah, no, there's nothing.
No.
At least I couldn't find anything. So
No.
we're stuck on 2D planes, and then simulating 3 dimensions, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. But,
But here's something
but
cool.
we have the
Did you
greatest
see
graphics
the
processor to be able to make it
Well, I mean,
real,
that's
so.
kind of what I was almost not even going to have maps.
Yeah.
I was almost just going to have it all in theater of the mind. So you
No,
didn't.
even those 2D maps help a lot.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
Yeah,
otherwise you
yeah.
just
I
be.
figured they would.
Yeah.
But it's just hard because it's like
Although,
in my head, it was like so. Yeah.
well, I was thinking, right, if you do just make it more theater of the mind stuff, it does immerse you more as a player because you're having to sit
Yeah.
there in here, like trying to work it all out. So it's a bit more close to you as opposed to a map on the screen.
Yeah. And that's what
That would be
I
horrifying.
do miss because that's what we used to do when we were kids. Like
Yeah.
there was no maps, like unless you hand drawed a dodgy like, oh, we went left and then right.
Yeah, right.
It was all in your head. But
Yeah.
it's hard because at the same time, if you don't have a map, the mechanics don't work that well.
Yeah.
I've played it out in my head
Yeah.
and looked at the way the mechanics are done, and you can't have like the rounds that you do because it's like everything is like measured, and everything is like, if you take an evasion action,
Hmm.
that means that you can like, if you disengage, if you do a double dash, it's like how far is that exactly?
Yeah.
If you like, it's like, oh, you've got a 10-foot sphere of attack,
Yeah.
and it's like, but that doesn't mean anything in your mind. So it's like, if I all of a sudden go, oh no, he hit you because you were 10 feet,
Yeah.
you were 10 feet away from him. It'll be like, no, I wasn't. It didn't hit me. I wanted to be over there. It's just, it becomes, because everything is so metered and measured in the combat now.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's very hard to do it in your mind.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, also a lot of the skills are based upon that setup of combat. So it's like, what's a double
Yeah.
dash? Or what is that if you're
Yeah.
a person? It's
Yeah,
just like,
that's
he
right.
just runs
Yeah.
quick. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Um,
And that's what I mean. It's very difficult. It's like, even your spells and stuff, where it's like that gravity well that I gave
the
you,
fissure, yeah.
that gravity fissure that you've got. It's like, it goes 100 feet and
Mm.
sucks everything in 10 feet either side.
Yeah.
And so that doesn't mean anything in your mind. I mean, in your mind, you're like, like crush, but
Yeah.
it doesn't actually, like, in mechanical terms, it doesn't work,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Whereas the old one was more like, I hit, he hits.
Mm.
I hit, he hits. Like, there was no bonus actions, there was no movement, and then, it was like, it was all just one thing. It's
Yeah.
like, I go in there and I hit him and then I jump away, or like,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
So it kind of lent itself more to that theater of the mind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
you weigh it out, one or the other. But either way, the scenario is still pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm glad that came across, because I was a bit worried that it was just a bit ridiculous. So I was like, this could be too ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Stepping in there's like, what the hell? But then we just destroyed, like, the ground troops do nothing. We just stomp on them on the way through.
Yeah,
and then come
that's
up
why
against,
I don't move them.
Yeah. And so it's like, oh, there's actually a lot less stuff on the board than what we originally saw.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess the only thing that might have made it feel a little more reassuring is other people from the Waterdeep following us in. It's just like, no, our statues are gone. Okay. Good luck, boys.
Yeah, do God's work.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I kind of wanted the troops to be just like dressing, like it's like when you're that big, me going sort of, oh, they cut your feet off and then you just like stumble around on stumps. It's like, I mean, you're so big,
Yeah.
it's like things that size should be meaningless to you.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's looking a little better. And plus, we do gel well as a team, so it's
Yeah, no, you guys are doing really well.
Yeah.
Like, even better than I thought you would.
Yeah, I mean, that's good, but those Titans that we're in are just crazy. The statues are just crazy tough.
Yeah.
It's very awesome.
They're awesome, eh?
Yeah. All right.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate it. Anyway,
Yeah.
that we did the ending first,
Yeah.
but it's
D&D
been
recap.
building up for the last couple of weeks. So
Yeah, exactly. Although,
Yeah.
did I miss one of the games? No. I moved
No,
house,
no.
and I specifically
Yeah.
kept a time slot open on a Saturday night so that I could do this. But man, it's been crazy.
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's better just to do it when you got time than like try and cram some crap in and just just for the sake of keeping up a time schedule.
Yeah.
Point.
Oh no, I couldn't have. We were packing up the house. We were supposed to get the keys for the new place on a Tuesday. It didn't come in till a Thursday, and so we were kind of delaying and waiting because we needed to clean like on the very first day just to make sure the new house was ready. 'Cause it was newly renovated, so it's a nice place to be in. But it also means there's a lot of construction dust around, and so you just want to wipe everything down. We got the bug spray guys in to clear out whatever.
Your mic is cutting out.
The mic is cutting out? Oh, it's probably because I'm sitting too far from the camera thing.
Okay.
Alright, give me...
It's alright.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it sounds like it's not kicking in or something.
Yeah. Alright, give me 1 second. I think, because I got the fan on, because it's a bit warm up on this one, it's giving a constant stream of audio. So just give us 1 second. I'll just turn it off.
Yeah.
One second.
Yeah, cool. While Kris is away, let me tell you about my great multi-leveling platform.
You will definitely get rich. There's no two ways about this.
This is a guaranteed one. All those other ones, they say they're going to give you profits, but this is actually going to give you profits.
Yeah, I mean every Ponzi scheme does at the top. So
all you do is you sell these tiny little birds.
Oh man!
See,
I want to.
They're like magic.
Yeah. I mean, there's a big market everywhere for that. That's. I'm in. Yeah.
They start at a low price of $3,000. Uh-oh.
Oh, does it whistle?
Now it's not stopping.
Oh.
It's my daughter's bird that she bought.
Yeah. No, you got to keep selling it, Simon. It's a great companion.
Yeah.
Never feel lonely with a whistling bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we got...
And if you sell... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let me... I don't actually know how to turn this off.
It'll never abandon you, ever.
It will never, ever stop whistling.
Yeah, no, so we...
So do you want to... Oh, yeah, keep going.
Yeah, so
what was happening?
So, yeah, we got the keys, we cleaned it, bug sprayed it and stuff, which was good, and then it was just a mad rush, because the place is literally 600 meters from my last place. So...
That's weird.
Yeah, it was
like
just
600 meters, including the elevators, or like just on the ground?
Ground to ground.
Okay.
Yeah, building to building, pretty much. But
that's pretty good still.
We're in a landed property now, so it's not. There's no elevators or anything anymore, which is great. We just drive straight in. We're home.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's such a big improvement.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got its own landed property, whatever issues. Like you don't have security guards at the gate or anything like that anymore.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the area is pretty nice and pretty chilled. So yeah, we're doing all right. But it was so close that it was the way we were moving was not the whole house at once. It was just we'll just pack up the non-essentials first, do a few car trips, get that done, and then next day, like we won't push too hard. Finish at 10 o'clock each night. I was still working for a few of those days in that, so I had to pace myself a bit. But the one thing I noticed about this move, because we did span it out over about 5 days of moving, is that I didn't get sick. Normally, you're just packing the whole house and you're cleaning everything, and then you go on and then you push till really super late, and then you do the same thing again the next day when you're unpacking and trying to get everything in, and it just I just get wiped out from it. Whereas this one, it was much more relaxed than that. Yeah, so
it definitely helps having the keys early. That's good.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, that all transitioned pretty well. The only thing that was a bit slow was the internet. I was getting so excited because there was like fiber. It's fiber to the home. We can get you up to 300 megabits. And I was like, yes.
What?
And then where I went to like the telecom place here, and they're like, oh no, there's no spare ports on the exchange, so sorry. And I went,
make more.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're literally laying more cables. So there probably will come some in the next few months, but I'm teaching from home, so I needed internet. And funnily enough, they don't provide a 4G service, so they just do the cabling. So I had to go to a different company to get a 4G modem put in that runs.
Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, and so like I had to terminate my contract with them. Thankfully, it's like at the end of the 2-year contract, so there's not really much payout or anything. I think it runs out in January or whatever, and I'm just cancelling this month.
Okay.
So it should be okay. But yeah, I was like, you're the telecommunications people, but you don't have access to 4G network. Maybe they must have privatized the whole 4G or something. I don't know.
But it's also only 600 meters away. Like, why is it so different?
Well, we were cabled in the other house, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, we were running out of a wall unit, and now we're on a 4G. However, because the wall unit, like the cabled modem, was to a copper to the house location in an apartment block with like 100 other apartments in it.
Yeah.
The internet, well, you saw it was so slow, and so now I'm on a 4G network, and we're usually averaging around like 30 to 50 megabits per second.
That's pretty much as good, or if not better, than mine. So.
Yeah. I'm not complaining about this. Thunderstorms. That's the only time. I had a phone call with a colleague a couple days ago, and we're chatting, and then next thing, just like the lightning is flashing outside, and the thunder's booming, and the whole screen pixelates. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Wow, really? Wow.
So.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's massive amounts of radio waves there.
Yeah, exactly.
Microwaves and stuff.
Yeah, so it booms.
Oh, that's cool.
But otherwise, seems to be pretty good, and it doesn't tend to thunderstorm at night. There's like for some reason, it's like 4 o'clock during the day, between 3 and 4. It just starts thunderstorming.
No, that's good, man.
Yeah, so keep it like this. We can get some guests on and have a proper chat. We could possibly try that soon.
Okay, you want to hear something?
I've been dying to talk about. Because I'm pretty much moved in now and settled, and this is literally like the first couple of days where we haven't been cleaning and unpacking. So yeah, I'm done. That's where I'm up to.
How long are you there for now?
Well, my contract doesn't. Well, it's Ramirez's cousin's place, so he's just kind of like he wants us to stay for 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's even better. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, all right. Very last bit. We keep the Australian standard of cleaning houses, right? So we left the place, fixed up everything, scrubbed every mark off the wall. I got paint and repainted all the bits that were bad and so on.
Wow.
And so we left, and the house was spotless. And because they're trying to sell the place, they walked in and they're like, "Oh wow, this place is so good, great!" And then buyers came in and they just wanted to buy it straight away. So
wow.
I think
did you get commission?
No, the first person fell through. I think the second person is potentially is just about ready to confirm. But I think they're waiting on the priest to check the star date calendar or something or other to
Feng Shui.
No, this is an Indian family. I believe they're the Hare Krishna.
Okay.
So he's doing
like Vedic like
star date something.
Star charts and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're working that out. And they're like, "Is it alright if we have them have a look at the place?" Like, yeah, do whatever you need. That's cool. But yeah, so
that's awesome.
They were the owners of that. That's Ramirez's cousin, same guy that owns this place, and so he's just like, "Stay as long as you want. I'll buy you 2 new air conditionings and put them in." And so we've got like new aircons put in. Yeah, he's really taking care of us really nicely. So I'm pretty happy with that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, that was good. But that was the last bit about the move. Yeah, it's pretty happy.
No, that's awesome, dude. It's good to know that it came through because it's always stressful. Like you never know what you're going into. Like that's what we found moving around Australia.
Yeah, right.
It's like you know where you're coming from, and it's like then you find a place, and it's like the place you like the place, but then it's like all the peripheries. You know, it's like internet, the commutes, the traffic, all the where you're gonna eat, where you're gonna do stuff.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
all that is always
Yeah.
so different.
Yeah,
So
true. Yeah.
it's
No,
like everything around you changes,
yeah.
and it's like the house is important, but there's all this other stuff that goes into it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's actually true. I think we mentioned that a few times to each other, like Ramira and I, because we were saying, I'm so glad we know this place because we know our favorite restaurants in the area and
Yeah,
we know all the surrounding suburbs, how to get to and
Yeah.
from, all the back streets, and yeah, that is actually very, yeah, that was a big bonus, that one.
no, that's cool.
How many
Yeah,
times did
okay.
you move? All right, sorry, you got your
No,
story.
no. It's okay. I moved from Perth,
Yep.
and then 1, 2, 3 now so far.
In how many years?
6 years now.
Jeez, that's like every couple years.
Well, it was almost every 2 years basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we've just been bouncing around, but we're now settling pretty much because the little one needs stability to learn things good.
Learn good. Does it have to be Darwin though?
No, it doesn't have to be Darwin. Like we just
Is it going
we chose
to be Darwin?
we chose Darwin because jobs,
Okay, yeah.
and then it was because we got family here and we got family in Perth, so it's
Yeah.
like it was like which one do we go to?
Yeah.
And I've got little nephews and nieces here, so
Yeah. It's good for
she
you
can
to,
play and
yeah.
stuff. It's kind of more set up, but
Yeah.
we don't have to stay here, especially during the build up.
Yeah.
That's the hardest bit.
Yeah. Is that like right? No, it's just past, right? Or are you
It's still
in
going,
it?
man.
Oh.
Yeah, it goes till I think. Oh, maybe it's meant to start now. The rain season. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought December. Like it's like October through up until you get a cyclone in December, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Just
it's
saves it all
pretty
up.
much around there. So at any moment we're going to get massive monsoon rains. So
Right, and then
we've been getting a few massive storms, which has been awesome.
has your internet connection been affected by that?
No,
Oh, jeez.
because I've got fiber.
Oh, you got fiber in the house.
Yeah, it just goes through the glass. But if the fiber cuts out, then I go on to 4G. So
Alright.
it's
You got
it immediately switches over. So I've never actually noticed any downtime,
nice.
which is a big plus for Telstra. Good job.
They got something right. Yeah.
I'm the one customer that likes them at the moment.
They're gonna like photograph this. It's going in their ad campaign. Good job, Telstra.
Somewhere random, there'll be a picture of me. Like,
Oh, dear.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's pretty good. But
Alright.
anyway,
Big news.
here's the important news.
Yes.
I wish I had some tin foil to make a hat out of. Have you heard all the news about aliens?
Is this the one that you posted up on our Discord thing and like the Joe Rogan?
There's like 3 of them that I posted.
I watched the Joe Rogan interview with the French guy.
Yeah.
And I was just talking at Ramira about it this morning. I'm like, I need to tell you about aliens, Ramira. And she's like, no, it's too scary. I'm like, no, they're friendly.
They're coming.
Yeah, that's right, prepare.
Well, watch the documentary. It's freaky.
That's the one that what's his name?
They're doing.
James,
It's that guy, the guy and the French dude. The French dude's in it,
yeah,
but
James
it's not
Fox,
It's not
that
just
guy.
about the French dude.
Yeah,
Sorry?
the James Fox, I think. The guy who
Yeah,
looks
man.
like his face is just busting to get off his skull, like it's
Yeah.
yeah. He's got that intense look about
He's
him, but
so intense.
yeah, but I mean,
Okay, so
okay, yes.
2017.
All right, hold on.
The
I'm sweating like a beast. I'm just gonna have to live with the fan because I'm about to swim
I'm
out of this
sweating
room.
as well.
Yeah,
I don't put the fan on because I'm like worried about the noise.
yeah.
But we got the aircon on, so it's all right.
Oh, okay, yep. I haven't. haven't been running the aircon because it's too close to the mic.
Yeah.
But I've had it on all day, but where I am is I'm in the top section of the house, and so all the cold air just like rushes down and all the hot air comes straight back up. So
nice.
Okay, 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
The a guy in the CIA.
Yeah.
He's the deputy director of intelligence.
Okay.
He was the deputy director of intelligence for, what's his name?
Obama.
Saxophone playing president.
Oh, Clinton.
Clinton and Bush.
Oh, okay.
The second, Junior.
Yeah.
So he's got some cred.
Yeah.
He gets secret tapes from the Pentagon, like in the Pentagon car park, that someone gives him a package.
Oh, what, like in a trench coat dude with a yellow envelope kind of
serious,
thing?
like X-Files, Deep Throat sort of thing. Like,
I would have been so excited.
Yeah. That's why we're not in the Pentagon.
I gotta call someone. Get a selfie.
So he gets those. I mean, they're not tapes, obviously. They're like recordings of something. But there's the two fighter pilot videos that you've probably seen.
Is that the
gimbal and what's the other one? Tic Tac, and there's a couple others.
Fravor, Commander Fravor.
That's the one. Yeah. So he leaks those videos. That's how they got out in 2017.
Right. Yep.
Then, in April of this year, the CIA, is it CIA or the Air Force? I think it was the Air Force that like admitted that they were real videos.
Right. Yeah.
So before they were just like leaked videos.
Yeah.
And then they became confirmed videos. They weren't doctored.
Is that when it hit the New York Times, front page or whatever? Right.
No. The New York Times, I'm pretty sure, did it then as well.
Right.
But this was the big Air Force admits that these are real videos.
Yeah.
So then fast forward to 3 days ago. Maybe it's 5 days ago now. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But two leaked pictures. A leaked picture comes online from a pilot's iPhone. He's flying at 21,000 feet.
Is that the one they were talking about in the Joe Rogan interview?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
But I'd already seen it. It's like this weird shape, right?
Yeah.
He said it's a sphere with a square inside.
Right. Oh.
Right.
That one. I haven't seen that one. Oh, I'm
but it doesn't look like that.
Oh.
And a lot of people are saying it's literally just a Batman kid's balloon. But let's just say that it's not, and it's aliens. The next thing is that there's other pictures that they took.
Yeah.
Of a massive triangular alien spaceship that comes out of the ocean and flies all the way up to them. And apparently they have really clear footage. It's like a triangle with 3 lights underneath it. 3 circular lights.
Yeah.
So you remember those triangular dominoes?
Okay. Yeah.
Did you ever picture that with one dot on each side?
I can picture a triangle with dots on it. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
what color was it?
Black. But yeah.
Okay. I was picturing a white.
So
one,
it it apparently flies past the ship, and the guy gets photos of this thing floating in the air. They block those from coming out. But the description got leaked. So
so the actual pictures haven't been shown.
Yeah, they won't release them.
Oh, jeez.
Now, fast forward to yesterday.
Okay.
Ex-Israeli intelligence minister, military intelligence, or one of their weird ministries, says aliens have been here for ages. They've been negotiating with all the world's powers. They haven't come. They're staging the release so as not to cause mass panic. But they've been in touch with all the rulers of the world,
except Trump,
including Trump. Oh. This is where it gets a bit unbelievable, as many people have pointed out.
Yeah, because that dude
Trump knew about
tweet. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that dude got convinced not to say anything is.
They probably Jedi mind tricked Trump though. It's like, don't tweet this,
Who
man.
knows?
And he's like, too late.
Yeah. I'm tweeting that they tell me not to tweet.
That's right.
But yeah.
The aliens, illegal aliens.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, the other side of that is everyone's like, the biggest thing that tells you that there's aliens is that the first thing Trump did when he got into office was make a space force. But that's all inference. Yeah. But those things actually did happen. All those things that I just said actually did happen.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's
a lot of alien news in 1 year.
Yeah, I mean that's it. It's not even just like, oh, we've seen a couple of ships twice in the last 40 years kind of news. That's like they're here, they're coming to, or they're going to. You're going to meet them soon, but we're just going to be a bit chilled out about it so that you don't start shooting at them when they.
Yeah, everyone's going to get an alien overlord.
Well, I mean, I for one welcome. No, I mean,
I for one welcome our new alien overlords.
Man, all right, I need to dig for. So you've sent me the links to that or you've put the links to that up in the Discord?
Everything that has a tinfoil hat picture underneath it, that's all the stuff I've been posting.
Oh, okay, because I only watched that first one. Like, I literally just finished that one last night, and then I started watching the Joe Rogan with Bill Burr one.
I can't wait. I want to see that.
I love that dude. He is so funny. I watched his Netflix show. Oh my God, I was crying laughing at that. He's a maniac. Yeah. But I guess that probably pales a little bit into the alien stuff, so I'm gonna have to jump back on that one.
Sorry, I had to bring it out because it was. I've been watching the documentary.
So do you have to buy that one?
Yes.
Okay. Where?
I think it's on YouTube.
What? You buy it on YouTube?
Yeah, I think YouTube buys and sells everything.
Oh, no kidding. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I clearly have not looked into that. I thought it was on iTunes or something like that. I'm like, I don't want to install iTunes. So I got to find a way to get.
No, have a look on YouTube. I can't remember the name of it.
It's called.
I only got through.
What is it? The Phenomenon or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. The Phenomenon. Anyway, but he starts in the 40s. Because that's when the alien report started.
Yeah, that was when the French guy was talking about. It's like they found that was it the magnesium alloy, or not alloy, the magnesium isotoped.
Isotope.
Yeah, of something that it's like we could probably make it today, but it will cost billions of dollars to do it. Kind of substance.
And it's from the 40s.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, the main thing is that they say it started once we split the atom. And that right. And there's heaps of reports. Like, I can't even name how many eyewitness accounts came out in this Phenomenon video.
Right.
So far, of just like military dudes going, yeah, these red discs flew over our base. They shot down lights and scanned the missiles. And then they flew off, and they were there for like half an hour. And some dude's got audio recording from like the 50s or something. It might have been earlier. It might have been later. I mean, it might have been the 60s or 70s. There's so many like things I can't remember exactly.
How long was the doco?
It's an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay.
It's a solid well, oh no, maybe it's 140 minutes. Maybe I'm wrong.
Did you
But
did you
it's very
watch it
long.
alone, or did you get your wife involved and make her watch it?
No, I watched it with Angie.
You
Yeah, I
did?
watched it with my wife.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah, so
I told Ramira she has to watch it with me as well. She
yeah,
gets to hold my
it's
hand to make me
freaking.
safe.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a bit light on actual concrete evidence, which I mean, there's photos
Yeah.
that are they still haven't solved.
Right.
And there's lots of stuff of like it landed at like it. You know, they're talking about the Zimbabwean
Yeah.
one where
The
it
school
landed
children
in
one.
Africa.
Mm.
A same thing happened in Australia,
Yeah.
in Melbourne, and that he
Right.
was interviewing all the people from there.
Yeah.
And they're all talking about it like, yeah, this thing just came down and it was hovering over the light posts and it was just like zipping around, and then it flew over the trees and we all ran after it, and then I had to stop because it was like landed right there in the trees,
Jesus.
and I got really close to it and it was warm and getting hot, and I like ran back from it, and and then the science teacher,
Mm.
he said he was like he only spoke like behind a black screen,
Right.
like, from behind him, because he's like,
He remained
I
anonymous.
got threatened. Yeah, he's like, I got threatened by the military that I don't say anything. These guys came over with a folder and were like showing me different pictures of spacecraft, and were like, which one was it? And then when I pointed it out, they said, okay, now stuff like this could be problematic, sort of thing, for your career, and
Yeah.
you were
Right.
probably drunk. You were probably drinking at work. That's what'll
Yeah.
probably be happening. Just like totally threatening his career.
Yeah.
And so he wouldn't speak on camera. Well, he spoke like it was like behind his ear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
but so many of those stories, man. Like so many,
Yeah.
just from so many people.
Yeah. That's.
And you
that's
could put
crazy.
But you could put it down to some sort of mass. I wouldn't say hysteria, but mass wanting
like
to
cultural
join in.
folklore kind of legend
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like the Bigfoot and stuff like that. Like you can put it down to that.
Yeah.
But there's just so many military dudes,
Yeah.
and so many like just normal people that like.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing you pick from you pick up from that Commander Fravor guy. He
Yeah.
is just such a like a regular dude, like the way he talks
Yeah.
about everything. He's just there's nothing fanciful about him. He just seems like the kind of guy you'd
Yeah.
like to have a beer at the pub with and just have a bit of a chat and a story and a laugh.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
But in amongst all of that, he's just like he's just so matter of fact about like, yeah, I saw this thing and Tic Tac, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna go have a look because he's a bit of a pilot.
Yeah.
He's the Top Gun. He's circling around. This thing's just running rings around him, and he's like, what is that?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. And then there's
Jeez.
this other one. This other part of the documentary is this. I think he's Mexican police officer.
Right.
In a small community in America.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly which state. It was probably in the south somewhere.
Yeah.
He actually was just driving on a patrol
Yeah.
and drove up into the hills because I think he saw something, or he saw something, and he followed up into the hills.
Yeah.
And when he got around a bend, there were two small childlike figures standing in front of this like giant saucer, like not giant, but like big,
Yeah.
and it was landed on the ground, and he like looked at them. He looked at them, and was like, he said, he just like was like, oh crap, and then they looked back at him,
Mm.
and then he like went and he like freaked out, and then they ran into the ship, and took off.
Yeah.
Like took off vertically with like and he like ran back and told everyone. They came back and they took photos of the divots and the burnt bit where the ship was.
Yeah.
And he said like he tried to stop telling people because everyone was just like giving him shit and telling him he was like
Oh, I definitely
ridiculous
would
and
have.
stuff.
I've got an uncle that said he saw. He said it looked like a hot dog shape, like a long cylindrical thing out in the kind of outback in Australia. Mate, yeah, of course he did. Of course he did.
Dude, that's one of the ones that everyone sees.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm hearing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh god. And then Ramirez also said she's seen one floating
Dude,
around.
I've seen two.
What?
Yeah, man. It's like one when I was, I don't think I've told anyone, when I was 6, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 5.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Okay.
Fishing in a lake with my dad and his friend
Yeah.
in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Like in America, North America.
Mm.
Fishing on one of the lakes, Monona or Mendota, just in case there's some cheeseheads out there. And it was floating above the Capitol building. It was just like this like disc-like shape right above the Capitol building. You can't see my hands like that.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I turned back, said, Dad, look at that. Turned back, gone, nothing there. And my mum and dad still remember me telling them that.
All right.
Like whenever I ask, like, mum brings it up every so often, but like I had almost forgotten it. Like I still remember. I remembered it as soon as mum said it, but I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Fast forward to 3.5 years ago.
Yep.
We're driving back from the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Driving down to New South Wales.
Yep.
There's like big stretches of just darkness. Driving down there, both me and Angie see it. Well, she says it's one big thing. I think it's like
Like a formation.
20 to 30 lights.
Oh.
All go, whoop, just like it was like literally blink and you missed it.
Oh.
Like if I had blinked like any other time, I wouldn't have seen it. We both just happened to be looking out the window, or I was looking at the front, she was looking at the back, and it was like across nearly the whole view of the windscreen.
Yeah.
It just went
Jesus.
like that, and it was like pinprick lights like across the whole sky, just going. Whoop.
Jesus.
And I just got like chills when I saw it. I was like, oh, what is that?
Take me.
Yeah, no, I was like, we're on a dark road in the middle of nowhere. That's what I thought.
It's probing time.
Yeah, I was just like, oh crap.
Oh dear. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had anything. No ghost sightings. No alien.
Yeah, never seen a ghost. But
oh Jesus.
see, I always
No
just try
near-death
and downplay
experience.
that because I don't think it's useful to speculate.
No.
But it's fun. But it's not like
No.
like I don't really talk about it because it's too weird.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's such an exciting topic, but the amount of information you have is so limited.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And so it's like,
But what's exciting is just how much stuff's getting dumped now. It's like freaky.
yeah, the fact that they're like, it really is just becoming more and more common talk. It does feel like it's like, well, you know what, we're just gonna start getting you ready.
Yeah, exactly.
I found it interesting on the Joe Rogan talk about the guy that the movie Fire in the Sky was based off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I remember watching that movie as a kid, and like it freaked me the hell out because it was like true story, and my parents like, yeah,
When he's
this
like
is what
pushing his hand through the membrane and trying to get
Yes.
out of the growth.
yeah, but then like you hear the story of what actually happened, and he's like, they were super nice. They were like,
Yeah.
I freaked out, and then I ran around the ship, and they're like, come on, buddy, back you come.
Yeah.
Just take a seat, relax. But it was all like,
Yeah.
the main thing was that it was all, I think it was all telepathic.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's like, that's what's freaking me out a little bit about it, because that like telepathy in kind of says, well, psychic abilities, right? They've got
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
They've got something. Either the technology is that advanced that they have able to integrate psychic ability to it, or they are like what this other speculation is that they're like actually extra dimensional beings, and so they possibly are more of a mental object to begin with, and they just manifest whatever they need here in this realm. But pure speculation, I don't know.
Well,
but
yeah, I really feel I was going to suggest that we get tinfoil hats ready to put on while we talk about this, because it would have made me feel much more comfortable.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't really want things reading my mind because
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What's that thing? Oh my goodness! I was watching Two Bears One Cave, and was it Tom Segura's on there, and he's like, they were talking about what going through each other's porn search history, and he's just like, oh, you don't want to do that because I've got some very dark, very twisted stuff on there, and all of it makes me come. So it's like.
Yeah, I saw him talking about the what is it, what's the one he was talking about, the quicksand.
I don't think I've seen that one.
He was just talking about how like part of it is women getting trapped in quicksand.
How do you even search that up? Women trapped in quicksand sex. Like, what are you right? Oh dear.
But yeah.
I mean,
anyway,
I'm sure what's going on in here is no worse than most people out there anyway, but like, you can imagine that if you're encountering these beings that are communicating telepathically to you, and you're suddenly like, everything that's going on in here is exposed, now I'm completely vulnerable to you, how you would react. And I think that's the part where they're worrying about the mayhem and the panic, because like,
well, it's also the loss of like religion. Like, it's very unlikely that the aliens, if they do exist, will go, oh yeah, Jesus, yeah, he was the Son of God. Like, you're right. You're right.
It was the Mormons.
Yeah,
all the rest of you were wrong.
I can't believe Falun Gong got it all right. Like, I'm pretty sure none of that's gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean,
if anything, they will try and bring their own more advanced religion to bear. So it's
possibly.
It's,
well, look, if you're gonna talk like cosmology, probably the beings that are able to interdimensionally travel and speak telepathically have a slightly better understanding of it than we do. But yeah, that is true. It will completely rip the guts out of all religious hierarchy and structure.
And the other thing is it will create...
Like, you were lying to us all this time?
It will create a massive hierarchy difference as well. Like, the hardest thing is going to be integrating, because at the moment the world has a hierarchy. The countries vie for different areas and different power, but there is a very stable hierarchy, and there has been since World War II.
That's true.
To upend that in terms of like, oh, they could just take out our whole planet, or if it's like District 9, oh, they're just a bunch of refugees. And they live in like a slum in South Africa. But if you know what I mean, it's like there's gonna be a lot of like impotence, because it's like it's like that the South Park thing where they're just like, the Simpsons did it already. It's like there's going to be very little that you're going to be able to think of that they haven't already done.
Yeah.
If they're a galactic species.
Yeah.
It's like there's going to be very little that you can say or think or experience or write down or invent, or it's like all of that stuff is meaningless compared to what that is. It's like it's a very similar thing to what happened with the English going to like Africa, or even like now with like planes flying over isolated tribes in South America.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's just that there's just so little. It's such a stark contrast.
Yeah.
There's very little that your culture has to offer.
Yeah, and it's quite possible that everything that we're basing our knowledge base on is only such a small section of the whole picture anyway. That it's like, look at the advances we're making. Like, you still haven't actually discovered the other dimensions that are out there, nor a way to travel them. So you're not quite right there with all of your views, or
and that's what's interesting. Like I'd be very interested to see, like, it's kind of exciting to see how the Buddhist philosophy holds up.
Yeah.
Especially the three core principles of like anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Yeah.
Like that would be fascinating.
Yeah.
Because so far I haven't been able to think my way around those. So I would.
Yeah.
I would say that there's. It would be just interesting to see what the philosophies and the culture is.
Yeah. Yeah. Whether the like core suttas actually fit in with the structure that of like the known galaxy, universe, whatever, might be brought.
Yeah, it's a bit like Einstein's theory. Like, does Einstein's theory make sense? Like, is space-time actually warped, and is the double slit experiment because the quantum fluctuations are unknowable, or is it because we're just missing a bigger picture? It's all those sort of things that humans haven't been able to grapple with. If they start being answered by a third party, will make us just like very subservient to that third party,
like we are to Google and TikTok at the moment.
Yeah, and also like I was saying, it's like when you see the English, the pictures of the English with all the slaves and all the like the power they had over all these more primitive and technologically like less advanced civilizations. It's like there's this massive, like you're just hoping that they're benign, like basically.
Yeah.
And
well, if
even
they've
if
been around since the 40s, it's fairly likely.
But even if you, but it's like even if you're benign, like just that amount of power, it's like like the sun's not trying to destroy the Earth, but it could. It might accidentally do it just by burping in the wrong direction, and it's that sort of. It's that sort of level that you're looking at, in terms of power differential, and how it will affect human culture going forward. Because I mean, if you just get given all the answers and didn't earn them, what does that mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that would have to. That depends, because it also depends on whether they also have everything figured out. All it will do is just shift our bar of where we're at for understanding. It just, the whole. I can answer a whole bunch of questions, but it creates a whole bunch of new questions.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Exactly.
But it will also kind of fundamentally rip apart a lot of the main issues that we're having with, you know, the mind-body duality,
exactly.
and the grand unifying theory, quest, and yeah, all religion basically. Yeah.
Like, imagine if you required another part of your brain that you didn't have to actually understand things.
Yeah, like an extra sense kind of a
Yeah,
capacity.
like your reason wasn't enough, and like we were assuming reason could think of everything, but it can't.
Yeah, right.
Just like you can't think yourself into stillness.
Yeah.
Like you have to just be still.
Yeah.
It's like there's a chance that like what we're doing in our brain isn't enough to get out of the box that we're in.
Well, so far that seems to be the case. I'm still stuck very much in it. Yeah, I mean, look, Buddhism has some great techniques for how to isolate different areas of your conscious perceptual experience and how to change the way in which all that operates. Doing that, actually following that path, that's completely, that's just ridiculously hard.
Yeah, it's really hard, and that's still possible for us.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, what if there's something that's not possible? It's like telling, it's like pulling
biology.
Yeah, just because of the way we think. Like it's like taking a fish out of water and saying, okay, breathe air. Just breathe air. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, right.
And it going, oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, great. So I'm going to have a bunch of like Zaphod Beeblebroxes coming down. It's like, hey, monkey man.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're like, we're trying our best. It's like, yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him, he thinks he knows. Yeah, probably intergalactic jerks.
Yeah. Yeah, well, as long as we don't get erased by the Bogons, we'll be fine. For an intergalactic highway.
Bypass it. Yeah. Yeah, well, given the fact that more and more information, because a lot of that information is getting released this year, right? Like, you're saying there was the 2017 one, but it's sort of more being a lot more confirmed.
Yeah.
And at a greater frequency.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. Oh, the other odd thing that the Israeli guy said was that it was called the Galactic Federation. Yeah, I know.
I know, dude. I've seen those episodes.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know about that. So, yeah.
Well, that would then imply multiple species.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Which would also sort of... There seems to be a lot of reports of discs, but then there's a whole bunch of reports of, like, other shapes. And it's really weird, man. Like, some of the pictures that are captured in the 40s and 50s of these things, they literally look like... well, I mean, I guess this is where it comes from, but they look like old school, like, flying saucer videos from, like, the 50s and 60s.
Kind of two fried egg shapes with all the lights on.
Yeah, or like the big sort of domed one that like sort of, it's like almost like a mushroom shape with like a little thing on the end.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, you'll see it when it's more like a top, like an inverted top.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, with like little sort of stem and the like pointy bit at the top, and like it goes down like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But again, there's some freaky videos on there of like lights and stuff just cruising around. There's heaps of stuff about like pilots just going, yeah, there was like 12 of them just cruising past me.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's freaky, man.
The thing
It's
that I
like,
liked hearing about from that James Fox guy, I think that's his name, the filmmaker guy, is that he was saying like basically 85 to 90% of the stuff out there is just hoax crap. It's not
yeah,
it's not anything genuine, but there is like a good 10 to 15% that is, like you're saying, it's from these people in pretty decent positions in the government, people that are
yeah.
if anyone was to see this kind of stuff, these would be the guys that would see it. There's like documentation that looks incredibly legitimate.
And also people that would be like, it almost hurts their career to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They're
You
not
know,
they're not doing it to gain attention. They were just blown
yeah,
away by what they experienced, and they wanted to share that.
yeah, yeah. Because there's a lot of people that are like, it's like, oh, I'll get on TV if I talk about seeing them.
Yeah,
You know, there's a lot of them that he added in there that were like, I was just doing my farming and I saw this thing fly across the sky. It's like, okay. You know, there's no, it's not compelling.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
No, but what I think where I was going with that is that you get the dudes that are like there was one guy that I was watching on a podcast, can't remember the name of it, something about the veil or something, and he's just like taking DMT regularly, and then he's telling you all the stories of the extra-dimensional hierarchy beings,
yeah,
of which his psychic body is a part of, or he was a part of in a past life, and now they communicate. Like, I don't doubt he thinks that stuff's real. I don't doubt also that there's it's built up upon old fables and mythology stuff. Because that one about like the Anunnaki, and I don't know if you've heard about those dudes at all. Yeah, just basically extra dimensional beings, as far as I understand it, who I think they look something like Swedish or something, but I think it's the idea of where the lizard kind of people come from, like the lizard alien people come from, and they're all these like, they were thought of mythologically as gods because they had all these advanced power, and so there's a whole story and narrative around their past. But it's also been like heavily debunked as well. But if you want to start like researching and going down the rabbit hole of alien stuff, unfortunately that stuff is gonna, because it's so well established, it's like, part of me, the reason why I haven't gone into much alien stuff is because I don't want to climb over the mountain of nonsense to find the actual.
I have very rarely been interested in it. Like, very rarely. It's only these videos,
right,
and the testimony of Fravor, and then just these like weird leaks, and like those videos. The most important thing is that the instrumentation. I mean, I can't prove it, but like they said that the instrumentation registered jamming of radar.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like, that's really hard to pretend.
Yeah.
Because
the machines
it's like,
don't lie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like top end military hardware, and if it's a balloon or a seagull or swamp gas, it's not going to jam your radar.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like it's that sort of thing that's interesting. Like the deep psyop stuff is very uninteresting to me. It's very hard to say anything like that is real or anything like that, because it's, again, like you said, it's like so speculative. It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I'm on 1%.
Oh, are you not able to get a charger on that?
It's charging. That's why it's like this new iPad that we got.
Yeah.
Is literally, it takes longer to charge than use the energy.
Oh, have you got one of those fast charger cables with it? A lightning charger?
Maybe.
Is
that what I need?
Yeah, I think that's generally, like, I went to look for a wireless charger thing, and they're like, yeah, it does do it, but you need to actually have the cable that does the fast charging on it.
Ah, maybe that's what's gone wrong. Is that maybe we just interspersed all the cables and didn't know that one of them was like really important.
Yeah, yeah, because one will
this
like
cable that I use for this is like, it's so slow.
Yeah.
Like, my daughter used all the power today when I got back,
yeah,
and I've been charging it, and it got up to like 15% or something, which is why I was glad it took like an extra half an hour.
right.
And so clearly I'm using the wrong cable for this iPad, so I will have to find the good one.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to find the good one, but I will try and find it.
Yeah, it'll be the most expensive one.
Tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry. Unfortunately, we should probably
wrap this up then. All right, well, I'm going to go consume a whole bunch of Alien videos and then have some exciting
man,
stuff.
Find it and watch it, because it's that if anything, it's the phenomenon is very entertaining.
All right. Yep. Well, we can do a tinfoil hat episode next for number 11.
Yeah. We'll keep going next week.
But this was I hadn't really good connection, by the way, with the internet speed.
Dude, it's amazing.
Yeah. No lag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go back and listen to parts of it and see if your mic was cutting out.
Yeah.
I definitely noticed it. So
yeah, I'll still do an audio check. I haven't set it up properly. Yeah. The last time I had it like way closer to my face on a stand kind of thing, but I haven't got that set up. So it's now sitting on my monitor. That's quite a. It's like that much further away from my face. So.
Okay.
I just turned.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That's all good, dude. And I'll see you on Saturday.
Yes, Saturday for the finale.
Maybe penultimate, and it's not the finale of the D&D game. It's
this particular hell.
It's
crush.
Literally it's just this arc. Like, you guys are like, if you guys stick around, you're in for some madness. So enjoy it.
Could be good. All right. We'll
I mean, you're only 6th level, so
yeah. That's true.
You got to a level 20.
We'll have to get all that in before the aliens come. So
yeah, well, maybe they can DM us a game. That'll be awesome.
In like a full virtual reality setup. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Imagine the telepathic theater of the mind. That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's great. I just quit my job, go full D&D realm. That's it.
You could just like everyone mind meld into like a holographic D&D realm.
Jeez. Yeah, no, I would get nothing done. This is why they haven't come down. This is like humanity will just stop and play games for the next 100 years, and
and that's why their like bodies are so withered, because that's what they do.
Yeah, that's right. Giant heads from gaming. Yeah.
Eyes that don't blink.
Yeah.
They're actually interdimensional gamers.
Yeah, gaming addicts. Yeah.
Big long fingers for like. Okay, anyway.
All right. Next week.
Till next week. See you guys.
See you.